and you see Messi and Ronaldo, and you start training. You can't, now it's available on YouTube. You can get all them. You look at how they train, look at how they do their things. So you look at even how they start. You get their boots type, you get their JC, their number, blah blah blah, and then you start following. And then your goal is that, because I'm doing that, my goal is to become like Ronaldo. Is a fail. It's a journey that is already failed. It's a failed course. And that is what a lot of people do. That's why they are not successful. You find out what Dangote is doing, so you want to start that from the scratch. It's not going to work for you, because this time you are trying to escape something. Remember that they didn't get to where they are overnight. There was a time of persistence. There was a time of labor, and they broke through. That is what gave them the secret for their routines. So if you're standing on their shoulders, you don't try the things they try, then you start playing like them as master. No, it doesn't work that way. That is what caused the failure of people. You cannot start to learn the things Pastor Chris is sharing, or do the things he's doing to get the results he's getting. That's not how it works. No matter how the depths of the revelation he may give, none of them will cause you to do the things he's doing. This is the hard truth, because there is something they have found out which you have to discover for yourself. And that's when you get that revelation. That is how you're going to break through. So the training that you go through, the process you go through, the exercises, the discipline, they are not necessarily the key to becoming that. That is why we have a lot of people who keep telling people, you know how long I pray, you know how I do this, and yet they don't have results. Why? Because they are focusing on the wrong thing. Probably they read something about the people like Tozer. They read some things about Bishop Dahuza, people that have gone, great people that have gone, Nelson Mandela, and then they start to do that. And their praise is that they want people to know this is what I'm doing. They are wrong, because they are focusing on the physical. They are missing the essence. There is something they are supposed to discover and break through. They are not getting it. That is why they are talking. They want to tell people what they do, because they are not getting any results. What you should do is, you don't have to talk. You have to be a man or woman of action. Let your results speak. If you are doing something, bring it out. You post what you've done, not what you're doing. You only come out to announce you are up to something when indeed the process is almost done. That is how you succeed. So if you are training to be something, your focus is not just on the training. Your focus is on the essence, what it is making you. And the consistency of that will cause you to break through. A time will come, you find out something that always works, because there is something that always works. That is the mystery of constance. There is something that always works. For instance, God is always infallible. His word is always infallible. Principles are always infallible. Now, there are levels of principles, and each one of them have the forces and the power they attract. Now, the problem with people is that it does not mean that what you're doing is not enough, but that the principle or the training you are applying might be pulling a level of a force which is not enough to overpower the level you want to reach. Because life will always test you. To prove that you qualify for something, you'll be tested for it. You understand? So that is what will prove whether what you have is a reality or not. That is the reason why people that always think like, oh, this is how I'm always, this is how I am, I've been like this for years. This is why they never change, their life never changed. Why? Because they make a mistake thinking that that is how they are. Because you can't be that and change. You can be that and have different results. If you be successful doing that thing, it should have made you successful in the past 5 years. You have made you successful in the past 10 years. There is nothing like luck. There is a discovery to be made. There is a breakthrough to have. There is a constance to discover. And when you discover this, then your repetition will hover around it. Now, if Elon Musk begins to say that tomorrow we are going to dwell on Mars, he's sure. We believe it. Why?